My firefighter husband ran past me to save his distant ex. I slammed the divorce papers in his face. The sirens screamed down Maple Street as thick black smoke curled into the sunset. I stood barefoot on the sidewalk, clutching my chest, watching flames devour the apartment complex where I knew my husband, Daniel, was working. Daniel was a firefighter, brave, loyal, and once, the love of my life. We'd been married for 6 years. But lately, our marriage had turned quiet, like the smoke before the blaze. He'd been distant, late nights, unread messages, and the haunting way his eyes would drift somewhere far whenever I asked, "What's wrong?" That night, I ran to the scene because I'd heard the call location on the scanner. It was her apartment building. Clara, his ex, the woman he dated before me, the one who broke his heart and disappeared. I told myself it didn't matter, that I trusted him, but when Daniel's truck screeched to a halt, and he jumped out with his helmet and axe, I saw something that shattered every piece of me. He ran right past me. Didn't even look. Didn't even see me. He sprinted toward the burning building, yelling, "Clara! Clara, where are you?" Not, "Is everyone okay?" Not, "Ma'am, stay back." Just her name. The ground vanished under me. My hands trembled. I watched him disappear into the flames, calling her name again and again like I'd never existed. Minutes felt like hours. I could hear the crackling, the shouting, the chaos. Then, there he was, carrying her in his arms. Soot all over his face, smoke in his hair, his heartbeat in sync with hers as he laid her gently on the ground. He pulled off his mask, holding her hand like it was still 2014, like their love had just been paused, not erased. I didn't move. I didn't cry. My tears burned hotter than the fire itself. Later that night, after the chaos settled, he came home, exhausted, smelling of smoke, guilt flickering behind his eyes. "Emma," he whispered, "it wasn't what you think. She needed help." I laughed, a hollow, broken sound. "And I didn't." He froze. I could see he wanted to reach for me. But I stepped back. "Do you know what it felt like?" I said softly. "Watching you run past me, to her. Watching you forget me in the one moment I needed to believe you still saw me." He tried to speak, but the silence between us was louder than any fire alarm. For days, he tried to explain, that it was instinct, that he didn't mean it that way. But every time he said her name, I saw the truth flicker in his eyes. That tiny spark that hadn't died. So, a week later, when he came home to find me sitting at the dining table, I pushed a white envelope across to him. He opened it slowly, his hands trembling. "Emma, what is this?" "Divorce papers," I said, my voice cold as ash. "You can save her now." His lips parted, eyes wide. "Please, don't do this." I stood, tears finally spilling. "You already did." And before he could say another word, I slammed the papers into his chest and walked away, past the framed wedding photos, past the smell of burnt smoke still clinging to his uniform. As I stepped out into the night, I looked back once, at the man who could save lives, but not our love. Because some fires, you just have to let burn out.